Can you tell by my accent where I'm from? What did you say? Britain, very good. He's young and attractive. Don't know whether I should burp him or blow him. So I am disgusting, let's get that done now, shall we? So, yeah, hideous, look nice, but filth. So I've been living here for about, 3.5 years maybe, and I love it! I love you all! I love New York! And do you want to know why? Because you've got things here which we just don't have in England. For example, the other day, I was trying on a dress in a shop, and when I got out of the dressing room, another customer came up to me and said, "It doesn't suit you!" We don't have that in England. I love you. No, you're brilliant. Keep laughing. Let's record this woman. I'll tell you what else you've got here. It's everywhere, and it's legal. Marijuana. As you can tell, I'm absolutely high right now. So I love it. The only issue is, I've got 3 daughters, and the youngest, when I was walking her to school when we first moved here in the Upper West Side, she's like, "Mummy, why do the streets of New York smell just like Daddy?" Anyway, another very New York. What? I love you more! You know I'm gay, deep down. Don't know what that was about. Never seen it in my life. Another very New York. What's happening right now? A very New York experience, of course, is getting into a yellow cab. Any of you get into yellow cabs, or do you not want to risk your own life? So I got in one the other day, and when the driver heard my accent, he turned around to me and he said, "Where are you from? You sound British." Yeah, I'm British. "You destroyed my country!" I'm sorry about that. Which country is that? Palestine. And I'm thinking, wait till he finds out I'm a Jew! Anti-Semitism's back in fashion, isn't it? That's great, gives me loads of material. I'm going to give you a riddle, actually. I made this one up all by myself. You're in your gym. Just imagine, if you don't go, just imagine you're in the gym, and Kanye West and Mel Gibson are both on fire, and you've only got 1 bucket of water. Do you do squats or lunges first? It's never actually been received very well, ever. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I've got 3 kids, as I mentioned earlier, because I'm quite proud that I pushed them out of this body. And I've also got a dog and a cat. And to be honest, they give me the more challenges, the animals, because the dog is a puppy and the cat's like 20. And she's basically, he spends most of his time running after her, trying to ass rape her with his tongue, which is sort of a similar dynamic to me and my husband. Really. What else can I tell you? So yes, I have 3 girls. The middle one is the most psycho, textbook middle child, and she wanted to do a bonding experience with me last summer. She goes, "Mum, I really want to do something adventurous." So we decided, would you believe, to climb Kilimanjaro. Crazy. I did it for charity, because I'm a good person. She did it because she wanted a thigh gap. So, and you know what? You realise with teenagers, you can physically take them out of the sort of Upper West Side all the way to Africa, but it doesn't mean that they've emotionally left the Upper West Side. Because when we reached the summit, and this is true, in front of the whole group, she accused me of losing her Invisalign. So that was nice. Another thing I learned actually on the mountain was that the altitude can make parts of your body swell up, okay? And in my case it happened to my lips, not those. So, come on, please, eyes up here. And when my daughter saw my face in the tent, she was disgusted, and she said to me, "If you don't cover your face with a ski mask, I'm not going to be seen dead with you." She's got the bedside manner of Saddam Hussein. Anyway, so because I live here, and my mother lives in England, I don't know if any of you have a very strong texting relationship with a parent. I do, and my mother, she hasn't quite figured out brevity, so I'm just going to share with you, if you don't mind, I'm going to share with you some of the crap I have to put up with. You know, texting my mother is quite an experience. Let me see if I can do this. My hands are not very good at that. Here we go. Right, so, for example, I text my mother, who lives in Leeds, which is the north of England, "No reason for alarm, but Alice fell and broke her wrist. She's fine and on the mend." She replies, "I'm so grateful for your advice not to be alarmed. When it comes to the health and well-being of Alice, even the slightest setback would be alarming to me. And it's not just Alice I worry about. I harbour anxiety about all my grandchildren. I'm not surprised that Alice is fine. From the moment she was born, I felt that she was an excessively positive child. So glad she's on the road to recovery. Did I mention that your brother has finally consulted a doctor about his COVID symptoms? He's a Jewish doctor, which is good, but I'm not quite sure of his credentials. He prescribed him a medication I've read about on the internet, normally used to treat worms in horses. I was thinking that maybe this doctor is really a veterinarian. Unusual for a Jew, don't you think?" On to another subject. In your last text to me, you wrote, "We're going out for dinner tonight. Love, Debra." I couldn't help but notice there was no period after the word tonight. I've noticed this is the case in your texts more often than not. I only mention this because I know you share my great respect for proper punctuation. I replied, "Thanks. Period."